Breaking news tonight, Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel this evening after a grand jury indicted the music mogul. His attorney tells CNN that he is currently being processed. The charges are unclear.
Apparently, Diddy's knee has been bothering him recently, so he reported it. At some point, it was decided that he needed medical care outside of the jail, so he was taken to a Brooklyn hospital.
The saga surrounding Sean Diddy Combs has taken another shocking turn, leaving everyone with questions. The latest whispers from Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center suggest that the once untouchable music mogul is facing a serious health crisis. Rumors are circulating that Diddy may have contracted HIV while in custody, a claim that has stunned fans and media alike. Could this be the ultimate downfall of a man who seemed larger than life, or is it just another twist in a story filled with scandal, betrayal, and drama? As the mystery deepens, all eyes are on the unfolding events surrounding Diddy's tumultuous situation.
Where Diddy has been for months now, but last week he was taken to the hospital. According to reports from the New York Post, Diddy was transported from MDC in the cover of darkness at about 10 p.m. on January 30th. He was taken to a Brooklyn hospital for an MRI after reporting issues with his knee.
The buzz around Sean Diddy Combs has intensified after reports surfaced about his late-night hospital visit, sparking wild speculation. In a move shrouded in secrecy, the high-profile inmate was reportedly rushed from the Brooklyn Metropolitan Detention Center to Brooklyn Hospital Center for an MRI scan, allegedly to address a lingering knee issue dating back to his marathon running days. However, the timing and circumstances surrounding this hospital trip have raised eyebrows. Why the cover of darkness? Why the secrecy? Why the radio silence from his legal team? Insiders suggest that there's more to this visit than a simple knee problem. Some have even speculated that this hospital trip could be linked to a more serious health concern. Diddy's health has been under increasing scrutiny as he's endured unimaginable conditions at the Metropolitan Detention Center. Described by many as hell on earth, the facility is known for its overcrowded cells, unsanitary living spaces, and lack of proper medical care, far from the lavish homes Diddy once enjoyed. Amid these conditions, his health could be deteriorating more rapidly than anyone expected. His legal team has been fighting relentlessly to secure bail, citing concerns over his safety and well-being, but their efforts have been repeatedly denied. Judges point to the risks of witness tampering and obstruction of justice as reasons for keeping him incarcerated. As the situation unfolds, one question lingers: could the brutal conditions of the jail be taking a far greater toll on Diddy's health than anyone realized?
It's incredible. And, it brings into context our whole system of innocent until proven guilty. Why is he not being given bond? And, we could debate that all day long. Of all people that's unlikely to flee or get away, well, he's got the resources to flee, but he's so recognizable. And isn't he innocent until proven guilty? Well, yeah, but, we have to recognize there are degrees of innocent until proven guilty.
Observers have been alarmed by Diddy's recent court appearances, with Elizabeth Milner from Law and Crime describing his appearance as astonishing. She noted how much thinner and grayer he looked compared to just a few months ago. Once known for his charisma, sharp-tailored suits, and signature swagger, Diddy now appears gaunt, his vibrant energy visibly dimmed. Could these physical changes be the result of stress and poor nutrition behind bars, or is there something deeper at play? That's the million-dollar question on everyone's mind.
It's a legitimate concern. No judge wants to wake up and read the headlines the next day. Oh, they treated this guy special and they gave him bond, and now he's gone and he fled from justice. So that's what's in the back of most judges' minds. On the other hand, we deal with cases where clients have significant funds sometimes, and sometimes where there's money, you can craft a unique solution. Years ago it was the ankle bracelet and the ankle monitor.
There's another unsettling layer to Diddy's situation: his reported refusal to eat the meals provided at the Metropolitan Detention Center. Why would a man of his stature decline food, especially in a place notorious for its lack of comfort? Larry Levine, a former inmate turned prison consultant, offered a chilling theory on a recent podcast. Levine suggested that Diddy might be avoiding prison food out of fear it could be tampered with. Given Diddy's high-profile status and controversial past, it's not hard to imagine that enemies both inside and outside the prison could target him. Levine even hinted that Diddy might fear being slowly poisoned. While it's unclear if there's any truth to these claims, the very fact that such theories exist speaks volumes about the level of paranoia and distrust Diddy must be experiencing.
With all the money he has and all the resources he has, they couldn't craft some solution that lets him be under some form of house arrest. And again, it sounds like special treatment, but the truth of the matter is, to incarcerate somebody like him is expensive to all of us. We're taxpayers, and he's got to have unique situations. You can't put him in general population where, everyone wants a piece of him and everyone wants to be his friend and everyone.
Rumors have been circulating that Diddy's dramatic weight loss and frail appearance could be linked to something far more serious, like HIV. The harsh conditions at the Metropolitan Detention Center, combined with a lack of proper medical care, might be exacerbating any existing health issues. While there's no concrete evidence to support these claims, the speculation has sent shockwaves through both the media and Diddy's fanbase. For years, Diddy has cultivated an image of invincibility, and now his time in jail seems to have exposed vulnerabilities he's long kept hidden. Adding fuel to the fire is the silence from Diddy's legal team. They've been tight-lipped about his health, citing privacy concerns, but their lack of transparency has only heightened suspicion. Some are wondering if they're intentionally keeping things under wraps to protect his reputation. Diddy is not just fighting for his freedom, but for his legacy. Any confirmation of a serious health issue could have far-reaching implications, affecting both his legal defense and public perception.
They're going to try everything. They're going to try to transfer him. They're going to try to get him out. In a normal case where it's a high-profile person or a well-funded person, the prosecution and the judge is a little bit more concerned about a wrongful prosecution, because people that are mad that they're being arrested for a crime they didn't commit can turn around and file for malicious prosecution.
Since Diddy's arrest, his reputation has taken hit after hit, with each new allegation and court appearance painting him in a less favorable light. Now, with health rumors swirling, public opinion has shifted once again. Some view his situation as a tragic fall from grace, while others see it as karmic justice. Either way, Diddy's story has captivated millions, but not in the way he ever intended. The narrative surrounding him continues to evolve, and the public's perception has been forever altered.
Every jail is bad, and some jails are worse than others. And the problem, again, is if you move him, why is he getting special treatment? And maybe he's earned special treatment. Maybe what he's done, maybe he's given so much back to his fans and to the world and to charity that maybe there's a way that it plays out in the end. But again, to go into court and say this jail is bad, move him to another jail, is not your first argument.
What's next for Diddy? That's the big question. With his trial not set until May, he faces months of uncertainty. While his legal team is likely preparing a vigorous defense, the real question is whether Diddy will be in any condition to stand trial by then. If the health rumors are true, it could complicate things significantly. Even if they're not, the mere fact that people are talking about them shows the immense intrigue and controversy surrounding his case.
There's no way. They can't move him to general population. And would he be at risk? Sure, he'd be at risk. There's so many people that have nothing to lose, right? They're going to be in jail the rest of their life. They've got nothing to, they want their 15 minutes of fame. They were friends with Diddy, or they hurt Diddy, or killed Diddy, or they did. I mean, there's so many, people in jail that this would be their moment. You can't put them there. Plus,
Diddy's challenges now extend far beyond the courtroom. The harsh realities of life behind bars, coupled with constant media scrutiny, have created a perfect storm that few could endure. Whether it's the rumors about his health, the serious allegations against him, or the difficult conditions of his confinement, one thing is clear: Diddy is facing the fight of his life. As the world watches, many wonder just how much more he can withstand. Is this the beginning of the end for one of the most influential figures in music history, or will Diddy rise above it all? Only time will tell, but this story is far from over. Diddy's journey doesn't just hinge on health rumors or his visible decline behind bars. His story runs much deeper, with years of turbulence and controversy culminating in this moment. Some are even speculating if his current struggles are a form of cosmic justice, a result of his past actions finally coming full circle. His empire, built on power, fame, and charisma, has also been shaped by questionable decisions and complex relationships. Now, many are questioning whether Diddy is facing the inevitable reckoning of his past, as his life and legacy unfold before the world's eyes.
Civil lawsuit. Cassie said that she was the victim of abuse, assault, and at the hands of Diddy.
To truly grasp the magnitude of Diddy's situation, one must consider the mountain of accusations that have followed him for years. This isn't just about recent headlines. Whispers have surrounded him for decades, often portraying him as a man who lived on his own terms, regardless of the cost to those around him. From the start of his career, Diddy was a powerhouse, building an empire with a mix of charm, ambition, and, some say, ruthless behavior. Beneath the glitz and glamour of bad boy records, darker stories have always lingered just beneath the surface.
Not done. This investigation is ongoing, and I encourage anyone with information about this case to come forward and to do it quickly.
In recent years, allegations about Diddy's personal relationships have emerged, with multiple women coming forward to share difficult-to-comprehend experiences. One of the most high-profile cases involved his ex-partner, Cassie, who filed a lawsuit accusing him of years of torment. Though the case was settled within 24 hours, the details that surfaced before the settlement sent shockwaves through the industry. Cassie claimed she suffered manipulation, intimidation, and abuse. While Diddy has denied all wrongdoing, the sheer volume of similar stories has blurred the line between fact and fiction, raising questions about the true extent of his behavior.
You said we are not done and that Combs did not do this alone. Do you foresee that there could be other charges related to this case?
I'm not taking anything off the table.
It's not just the women in Diddy's life who have spoken out. Former employees, collaborators, and even close friends have hinted at a man whose public persona doesn't always align with the reality behind closed doors. Stories of control, power plays, and manipulation have become part of the Diddy narrative, ones that were often dismissed or overshadowed by his successes. But now, as he faces some of the most serious accusations of his life, these old tales are being brought back into the spotlight. People are connecting the dots, wondering if the mogul they once admired has been hiding a darker side all along. For some of Diddy's accusers, seeing him behind bars feels like a form of vindication. One unnamed source close to an alleged victim said, "It's about time, he's gotten away with too much for too long." Such statements fuel the belief that Diddy's current circumstances are the universe's way of balancing the scales. And this isn't just about the stories that have already come to light. Federal prosecutors have painted a picture of a man who used his power and influence in troubling ways. The indictment outlines allegations of manipulation, coercion, and orchestrated schemes that seem almost too elaborate to believe. While it remains to be seen whether these claims hold up in court, one thing is clear: these stories are impossible to ignore.
It sounded crazy, like I said before. They said that 2,300 people reached out to the law firm, and out of the 2,300 people, I guess they decided to go with just a little over 100, which seems like it's they just put out the number and everybody's calling to see if they can get a check.
It's insane. It's insane. Now, again, he did say that nothing has been filed yet because he says he wants to make sure that they do their due diligence and get this right.
What makes this situation even more compelling are the new allegations that have reportedly surfaced since Diddy's arrest. Unnamed sources close to the investigation claim that federal prosecutors have amended their case to include incidents involving additional individuals. These new accusers are said to describe eerily similar patterns of behavior, further corroborating the existing allegations against him. While their identities are protected, the fact that more people are stepping forward adds complexity to an already convoluted legal battle. Is this the tip of the iceberg, or an attempt to pile on while Diddy is down?
Diddy would be throwing all his celebrity mates under the bus.
I mean, that could potentially be coming when it's time for court and when it's time for him to testify. But what we're seeing right now is how important public relations really are to Sean Combs. He's desperately trying to control the narrative behind bars, allowing his attorneys to do documentaries.
Adding to the tension is speculation surrounding the high-profile raids on Diddy's properties earlier this year. Reports suggest that authorities uncovered what they describe as disturbing evidence that could support the claims in the indictment. Whispers of electronic devices, detailed logs, and even video footage have circulated, though none of this has been officially confirmed. If such evidence exists, it could significantly impact the trajectory of Diddy's trial. However, without official statements or leaks from the prosecution, it's impossible to know the full scope of what investigators may have uncovered.
What his team is trying to do is get the public to assume that the government is leaking some of this negative information about him, like that Cassie video. But the reality is, he's got a lot of enemies, and I really don't believe it's the government.
Diddy's once loyal inner circle is now showing cracks as the case gains momentum. Some former associates are reportedly cooperating with investigators, offering crucial insights into Diddy's world that could prove pivotal in court. Whether their motives stem from a genuine desire for justice or self-preservation remains unclear, but their involvement raises a pressing question: How many people in Diddy's orbit knew about what was happening, and why are they speaking out now? As these revelations unfold, the loyalty that once defined Diddy's empire seems to be unraveling.
Now, to the latest on the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs. This one has so many people talking. The disgraced music mogul facing federal racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking charges. Both the prosecution and defense teams are set to discuss the next phase of action following the indictment as investigators work to determine potential co-conspirators. But how exactly did we get here?
While some view Diddy's situation as a long overdue reckoning, others argue he's being unfairly targeted due to his wealth and status. His legal team has been outspoken, claiming the charges against him are exaggerated or even fabricated. One of his lawyers, Mark Agn, described the case as deeply flawed, insisting Diddy is being painted as a villain because of who he is, not what he's done. This isn't justice, this is a witch hunt, Agn said. However, despite these arguments about fairness and due process, the court of public opinion has already made its judgment. Social media, as always, has exploded with commentary, much of it unsympathetic. Memes, tweets, and viral posts have turned Diddy's plight into a spectacle, with many labeling his situation as karmic. One particularly viral comment read, "You can't treat people the way he has and expect to live happily ever after." The universe doesn't work that way. This sentiment has been echoed by many, turning his downfall into a moral lesson for some.
It's to be expected, just the shock of this and the questions about what is ahead of us. I mean, how long is he going to be in custody? Is this an R. Kelly situation? Is he going to not get out for a number of years? Is he going to end up serving a long-term prison sentence from this? Or does he have a chance of beating these charges at a trial that could come, within the next 2 years?
This isn't a simple story of good versus evil. The reality is far more complex. Diddy's contributions to music and culture are undeniable. He shaped an entire generation of artists whose impact will be felt for decades. For many fans, his legacy makes his current situation even more heartbreaking. How do you reconcile the man who gave us iconic tracks and unforgettable moments with the one now facing such serious accusations? It's a question without an easy answer, one that fans and critics are struggling to understand.
It's a question of that, but when you read through the indictment, it's pretty clear who could be indicted as a co-conspirator. Right now, there are people in the indictment who would be considered unnamed co-conspirators, but clearly have played a role in this conspiracy. And I think prosecutors have some big leverage on them because they're hoping that they testify against Diddy as prosecution witnesses.
Diddy's trial isn't set to begin until May, meaning months of uncertainty remain. In the meantime, his health is a major concern. If the rumors about his condition are true, it could complicate the legal proceedings in unpredictable ways. Even if the rumors turn out to be false, their widespread attention highlights the intense speculation surrounding his life. Every new detail, court appearance, and leaked bit of information adds another layer to an already complex and evolving story.
But there's also strategic reasons for the prosecutors to want him to have co-defendants, because right now he hasn't waived his right to a speedy trial, which would force prosecutors to take him to trial pretty quick, which they actually might not be ready to do. But if they supersede him and have co-defendants with him, it makes it a lot easier to pursue a trial continuance without him waiving his speedy trial right.
Perhaps the most haunting aspect of Diddy's saga is the possibility that his greatest enemy might not be the legal system, the media, or even his accusers. It might be himself. For years, he built a brand around being unstoppable, untouchable, and larger than life. Now, stripped of his wealth, freedom, and possibly his health, he's facing a reality that no amount of money or influence can change. As the world watches his story unfold, one question lingers: is this the end of Sean Diddy Combs, or just another chapter in a life that's been anything but ordinary? As the days turn into weeks and months, one thing is certain: his story isn't over. Whether he rises stronger or falls further from grace remains to be seen. But for now, we can only watch and wonder: is this truly justice, or something else entirely? And what does it say about us that we can't look away?